Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Kaminga approaching Warriors starting bench roles with same attitude. Jonathan Kaminga embraced being put back in the Warriors starting lineup the same way he handled things when coach Steve Kerr benched him nearly a month ago. No fuss after a somewhat sluggish start. Kaminga showed why it hasn't been a big deal whether he's starting or coming off the bench, playing for the first time since sitting out a pair of games with a stomach illness. Kaminga dropped 19 points with 4 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals in Golden State's 105-101 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday at Chase Center. Afterward, Kaminga explained his rationale of handling being benched then put back in with the starting unit when they took me out the starting 5. I didn't complain, Kaminga said. Coming in today and telling me that I'm going to be in the starting 5, I was happy, but that hasn't affected me at all. I still go out here and just play and be free. It's not something that really affected me or anything like that. Golden State played without star Stephen Curry, so it was on the rest of the Warriors to make up for his absence. Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green and Brandon Podmski held it down for the starters, while Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson and Pat Spencer provided big lifts off the bench. Kaminga played like he always has, with an aggressive attacking mindset that helped him repeatedly get to the hoop. JK was getting to the hole he wanted it. Green said the night didn't start out on a good note for Kaminga. He missed his first 4 shot attempts, including 3 3-pointers and a layup. Then he warmed up. Kaminga scored 10 points in the second quarter and 9 in the third when he connected on 2 of his 10 3-point tries. He finished the night shooting 8 of 11 overall and 3 of 10 behind the arc. I was just rushing into things, Kaminga said. I haven't played for like 2 days, but that shouldn't be an excuse. I feel like I just settle down. I put a lot of pressure at the rim and that kind of helped us even if I don't score, and I put pressure at the rim that helped me to kick it out and give guys easy shots. That's just my main focus. All this work on finding a way to get there. K said before the game that he liked having Kaminga come off the bench because it gives the Warrior second unit a reliable scorer and defender, with Curry not playing against the Thunder. However, K opted for more offense and went with Kaminga as a starter. We feed off him, Spencer said. He has the ability to get downhill and create offense. We've got some guys that are really specialty players that can do things really well, that can shoot the ball right. JK is one of those guys that can really put pressure on the rim when he brings that force. We're a different team. You can't teach that athleticism. A number 7 overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, Kaminga has made significant strides over the last 15 months and is evolving into the player the Warriors hoped he eventually would. I feel like I have been consistent, just going out there and being the guy they want me to be, being a scorer, being a playmaker, being a defender and trying to rebound more, and just being consistent on defense. Kaminga said, I feel like it's been a great role and I'm happy with it. I haven't complained or anything. Warriors rediscover fire but fall short without Curry to Thunder. The Warriors didn't have their best player, but they did re-establish the intensity they'd been missing over the past few games after falling behind by 19 early. Golden State got a surprising spark plug performance and won the middle quarter 60-45, turning what looked destined for a blowout into a Thanksgiving Eve showdown. But as time expired, Andrew Wiggins couldn't convert a contested layup that would have sent the game into overtime. Without Steph Curry, who's considered day-to-day with soreness in both knees, the Warriors put a real scare in the Thunder. Draymond Green 8 points, 6 assists, 12 rebounds and Jonathan Kaminga 19 points helped lead Golden State's comeback, but they ultimately didn't have enough scoring to win a back-and-forth final quarter. The Warriors 12-6 scored just 5 points in the last 545, succumbing to the number 1 seed in the West 105-101. I love everything I saw in the last 3 quarters, the energy, the defense, the rotations, Steve Kerr said post-game. Guys were flying around. We had a lot of good individual contributions. That's our team, that's who we are, and that's exciting for me to see the defensive excellence that I watched in the last 3 quarters. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored a game-high 35, adding 9 rebounds and 5 assists in 39 minutes. The Warriors got up 53 pointers, an equalizer when you're overmatched, but only scored 18 points in an intense fourth quarter. They've now lost 3 straight for their first losing streak of the season. The Warriors started the game with the kind of energy they've had in the past few games. Not much after Andrew Wiggins scored the team's first 9 points, they went on a 4-minute dry spell. Oklahoma City ripped off runs of 12-0 and 10-2 as the Warriors couldn't get stops and shot 31.8% from the field. Short-handed and possibly demoralized by the Thunder's early storm, Steve Kerr inserted reserve guard Pat Spencer to start the second quarter without Curry and to Anthony Melton, who's out for the season. Spencer was the backup point guard to Brandon Podmski. It wasn't all Spencer, but he helped flip the game. Spencer 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in a career-high 15 minutes gave the Warriors the juice they'd been looking for, playing with intensity and pace. He notched 2 quick assists after getting fouled on a fast break. He popped up from the floor and pumped up the Warrior bench later after officials didn't call a blocking foul that would have put Spencer back on the free throw line. He picked up a technical foul for arguing, and Kerr called a timeout to stick up for him alongside Curry and Draymond Green. Satisfying, but you want to win, Spencer said postgame. We've dropped 3 games in a row now. So it feels good to get minutes, but I think we have a whole team that can play. Jordan P. uses Warriors perspective to explain Wizards' debacle after a bit of a feel-good start to the 2024-2 season. The Washington Wizards have come stumbling and falling, crashing all the way back down to the league's basement on Wednesday night. The Los Angeles Clippers sent the Wizards deeper into their spiral, handing out their 13th loss in a row in a 121-96 beat down to fall to 2-15 on the season. The Wizards, simply put, have been terrible throughout the course of the 2024-25 season, and at this point there is a chance that they can challenge the Detroit Pistons' historic 28-game losing streak. But Jordan P., who has been taking on more of a leadership role for the Wizards this season, is preaching patience, using his former team, the Golden State Warriors, as an example of how rewarding the grind can be. Not a lot of things need to change, just a matter of figuring things out. Good things take time. They're Warriors for a while. Before they went on the final streak, people weren't regarding the Warriors as a great team. A very long time ago, people were like, oh, they're one of the worst teams in the league. Every organization has to go through tough times to figure out what the good times are like, P said in his postgame presser via Chase Hughes of the Monumental Sports Network. Good things take time. Jordan Poole offers perspective on the Wizards' current skid by pointing out how long it took for the Warriors, his previous team, to build a winner. This reminder from Poole may draw semi-rolls from some, but the Wizards guard might be onto something. In the 40 years from 1975 to 2015 that the Warriors failed to win a championship, they fell on hard times, often much to the frustration of their ever-loyal fan base. But then the Dubs began to turn it around in the early 2010s, drafting the 3 pillars of their dynasty in 4 years: Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Even P himself knows firsthand how the Warriors' patience bore fruit in the 4M of a championship in 2022. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Jordan Poole? Leave your opinion in the comments.